Our own legal panel here today, Brian Silber, a former prosecutor, John Manuelian, a criminal defense attorney. I took possession of you, calling you our own, but for these moments you will be. John, once the prosecution wraps today, it's expected to happen today anyway, the defense goes to work. What do you expect we'll see?
I think the defense needs to sit down and discuss the closing argument and whether or not the prosecution has proven their case beyond a reasonable doubt, which is the highest level of certainty, and they need to go over the causation of death. There is no concrete cause of death in this case. They need to hammer that to the jury. Did she die from a heart failure that was exacerbated by the drug she took? Was it natural causes? Did she drown? There's no evidence to that. And you could hate the guy, and you could say the guy's a bad man because he's callous towards his wife, but you can't convict him because of it. And I think that's what the prosecution is trying to do. They're trying to get the jurors jazzed up like they did in the Scott Peterson case, get them so upset at this defendant that they want to convict him, but the defense attorneys need to make sure they don't do that.
All right, John, I want to give you the last word on this. You heard Brian talking about Dr. Macneil on the stand. We don't know if that's going to happen. Would you do it?
It all depends on the attorney that spoke to him and his decision making. Every defendant is different. If he could be manageable on the stand and speak succinctly and show compassion to his wife and exemplify the fact that he would never do this to his wife, then possibly. But the problem is, knowing Dr. Macneil, everything is going to come out. His prior federal convictions. And he could be a loose cannon, so it may be dangerous to put him on the stand. At this point in time, I don't think it's necessary. All they have to do is show that allegations and suspicions aren't enough to convict, there's no concrete evidence, and ask for an acquittal based on that.
Yeah, and if you're saying he should have kept his mouth shut in the first place, you'd only want him to continue to do that, I would imagine. Gentlemen, good to have you today. Brian, John, thank you.
Thank you, Harris.
Thank you.